Hey guys, welcome to another YouTube video, and today, well, maybe you could call this maybe episode 0 of this, but this is the new this is the explanation into the new series I'm going to be doing for over the next couple of months, on this channel. So you might be asking yourself straight away, what's this on the screen? It's MotoGP 18. Yeah, you might be thinking to yourself, Brayden, why are you doing a series on a game that is basically almost 5 years ago, almost 5 years old? Well, I just decided to, because we've recently, with MotoGP 23 being announced, and obviously that's going to be over a couple of months away from that being released. I'm going to be doing a series on this game, and I've also got MotoGP 21 and 22. So yeah. So let's get straight on. Let's just get straight on into it. So this one's going to be in championship mode on MotoGP 18. As you can see on the screen, this is who I'm going to be riding as, Andrea Dovizioso. If you guys are diehard MotoGP fans, know this man here hasn't won a single championship. He's been runner-up 3 years in a row, because some guy by the name of Marc Marquez, I don't know if you've heard of him since. I think he's won like 60. He won 60 plus MotoGP races. He's won 6 MotoGP championships. Yeah, that guy. So yeah. So I just decided, you know what, in a retrospective game, let's ride as him to give him a championship and get one up on the king, as I like to call him, Marc Marquez. So yeah, so that's who I am going to be playing as. Oh, but by the way, you can tell right here, I've got the TV muted because I didn't want any sound on for a reason. Next one, of course, obviously, I'm going to be doing all 18. It's going to be official championship, so all 18 rounds from the 2018 MotoGP World Championship, going to the likes of Qatar. Going to the likes of Qatar. I had to turn around there because it looks so small on the screen. Of course, going to Circuit of the Americas, and then you got Mugello, which fans will go so crazy for if I eventually win as Andrea Dovizioso, by the way. Some of my favourite tracks in the game as well, like the Saxon Ring and the Red Bull Ring as well, ironically, which is a Ducati track as well. And then obviously, of course, my local track, Phillip Island, and then of course wrapping it up at Valencia. So next up will be the race options. So I've even got this here on my laptop here as well, and also here, so you guys can see for yourselves, and so I can see it as well. So it's going to be races are going to be 50% distance. Now, I probably could have done 25%, but I wanted to do a bit longer videos for you guys. So that's why I decided 50%. 50% distance and all that. And I also did some testing about this, like, I think about 4 or 5 months ago when I was playing this game. Playing this game off camera as well. As I said, while this TV was being set up in my room, I tested it out, and it did some testing, and it seemed like it turns out 50% was, for me, in my opinion, the right distance. So I'm going to do that. Race session, I'm going to do the full weekend. So what I'm going, so this is going to be announced here. So what I'm going to do is this. Barring Qatar, because I'll do it later in the video. From after Qatar to I think the penultimate round is at Sepang. I think I will be. Sorry, I've mentioned the wrong thing. From Qatar onwards, I will be doing. I'll be doing all sessions, all free practice sessions, qualifying, warm-ups, and the race. As I announced in my update video about almost like a month ago, I believe it was, or a few weeks ago, I said that for the Qatar Grand Prix, which I'll do the Qatar Grand Prix the first round during this weekend. I will be doing the first 3 practice sessions, but they are going to be recorded via my PlayStation, and I'm going to upload them there. The difference being is one of them is going to be with the mic off, so it's basically just going to be raw gameplay, and then the other 2 are basically with the mic turned on, so you can hear my voice. The third session is just basically, if you guys, this is where I need your feedback more than ever. In terms of the second and the third free practice sessions, if you think if you couldn't hear my voice, then advise me to turn the volume up on there. So yeah, because I want to transition more into recording videos gaming videos on here rather than for this setup, fortunately enough. So that was that. So that was already announced. But afterwards, they will be afterwards it'll only be qualifying and the race. I'll do, but at the start of each video for qualifying, I will be doing a bit of a summary on how my weekend has gone. Or if you're one of those that follow my Instagram, other Instagram at Brados7YT. Check it out, by the way, shameless plug. But I will be doing reports in the sort of pre-season test I did last weekend. If you guys checked out that Instagram page, that was sort of a precursor to what I'm going to do. So basically, after each session, that includes the race, I'll be doing like my feedback on how my race went, how the bike handled, just so real life, because another real life sort of element, because riders in MotoGP in real life, they do say like I remember, because I follow the Yamaha team, the Yamaha MotoGP team on Instagram, and they post specific updates through riders. Like I remember for the last couple of races, Fabio Quartararo has done some feedback and showed me some feedback. Dude, that was my sort of inspiration to do this sort of thing. So every single part of the race weekend, I'll do my reports about it on Instagram. But in terms of the uploads on YouTube, it'll only be from the second round onwards. will be qualifying and the race. Except for Qatar, for this weekend at Qatar, which I'm hoping to start up very soon, by the way. The AI difficulty is going to be set on 100%, aka realistic, because and I'm not planning on changing it. I'm not planning on changing it. Because I just want to get that warning out of the way, because I am not going to change it at all, really, and I'm not going to show it because I'm not going to say that this means change because it's too hard and that. So yeah, and I also did some testing about this also at the same time as I did the testing for the race length. As it turned out. I tried it on all types, in terms of from hard. I wasn't doing it on medium because it would be too easy. Hard, I did it, tried it on hard, like 90, it went from 85, 80, 85. I tried 90, I tried 95. The best, in terms of qualifying times for the AI would still be nowhere near my sort of fastest time. Even though I sort of did this around Malaysia, so I didn't test this at every track, obviously. But when I did it on 100%, they actually bet my time by about a couple of tenths, tenths of seconds. So pretty much this was the perfect difficulty, and I'm going to stick to it, by the way. So yeah. So damage, obviously, that's going to be turned off. Just to make it more fun, I don't want to have a crash, for example, at the first corner and have like a freaking 5-minute video. I'm not going to do that. Tyre wear, I'm going to do this quickly. Tyre wear and the manual starts are going to be both turned on. Just to add a bit of something interesting to the series, because I have written in races on MotoGP 18 in the past, but I haven't done it with the tyre wear turned on. Never have done it before. This is the first time I'm going to do it. So yeah. And then also, I've tried a couple of manual starts. Hopefully over the course of this series, hopefully the manual starts get better at times. So yeah. So that is pretty much the race options. Now to the riding aids that I'm gonna have. Aids to the riding aids we're going to have, and start off by, let's just say I'm not the best at this game by any means. I'm not the guy who rides around on pro physics. I'm not that sort of guy. So if any of you guys try and tempt me during the series, it's a pro, forget it. I'm not gonna do it. So yeah. So just the usual, obviously. The auto brakes will be turned off. Joint brakes will be turned on. I'm not that keen on the separate brakes. One for front, one for rear. Not that sort really. Off-track help, that's gonna be turned on. Yeah, I think that's gonna be turned on. I don't know if you can actually change some of these after you set up the championship season in this mode. I haven't tried that yet. I don't know if you can actually change it during this series or during the season, or you're stuck with it. So at the moment, it's that off-track help is going to be turned on. Auto tuck, that's going to be turned on as well. The ideal trajectory, aka the racing line, will be turned on. Yeah, just like the physics. I'm not going to deviate from that because I'm very bad at guessing what brake marker I have to do. So yeah, so just get used to that really. Semi-automatic gears, and the interesting part in this, I've turned rewinds off. So any mistake I do, I'm stuck with. So if I crash out of the lead, for example, with one on the last lap, and I lose it, that's on me. That is all on me. So it's quite simply as that. So yeah. So yeah. So that is all me. So that is going to be very interesting for me really, because I think, and by the way, I think anyways, I believe all other YouTubers I watch that do like sort of let's plays on MotoGP games run rewinds off anyways. So I'm going to keep that. So I'm going to turn that off just to make it another bit of interesting faction for the series. Go back to the calendar for a second. So I'm gonna be doing this every week for the next 18 rounds. For the next 18 rounds. Now I've forgotten what my train of thought was for a second. So as I said, from Qatar, all the way through to from Qatar the first round, all the way through to Sepang, I will be recording via my phone. But for the finale, and I bloody oath hope that this championship does go down to the last round at Valencia, so I can do this. Qualifying and the race will be recorded via my PlayStation. That is a definite. I will be doing that. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if that is going to be a championship decider or not. I'm going to be doing it. So yeah. So basically, and the schedule for this is basically just of course like real life. Obviously, the race will be on Saturday. It will be qualifying will be on Saturday. The race will be on a Sunday of the race as well. So yeah. So much forward to look forward to there. So that is just about it for this video. So as I'm going to leave it on Andrea Dovizioso here. Like this video. Share this to anybody who is a MotoGP fan or a MotoGP gaming fan. Comment down below. Are you hyped about this series? It's basically my foray back into the gaming scene on this channel. Obviously, I haven't done a gaming video on this channel in pretty much I think since 2021. I think. I've done a gaming video, I believe. So it's been almost 2 years. And I'm going to be back with a bang in terms of that. Yeah. And one last thing, somewhere down there, click on the big red button which is labeled subscribe. But until next time, guys, I'll see you guys later, and wherever you may be, may the sun or the moon shine on you. It's going to be an up and down ride for these next 18 weeks.